My name is Frank Bailey. I'm an alcoholic. Anyway, I knew that'd get your attention. I know how to use a microphone anyway. Joined the Commodores in 72, the end of 71 when you guys came back. Changed my life, and I just wanted to share what it really meant to me. I think it was such an honor to have been part of a great group, lifetime of friends that I've known that are here. Somebody said to me earlier, they said, it's good to see you, Frank, and I said, it's good to be seen. Because you know what, we're moving on up, moving on up. I got a time I'm going to share that was pretty interesting. It was at a party at Thelma Lou's house. I think I was probably 16 or 17. And anyway, I come home and Frank Villanueva dropped me off. And he dropped me off and I'm a little tore up. I can't even walk down the driveway where I live at. And I'm trying to straighten up before I go in the door. And I open the door and I can see that my mom, she's cooking these tortillas that were like a quesadilla. My dad and his friend, they were in there eating. And I'm thinking, oh God, help me please, I'm tore up. And I see that they're eating these quesadillas, but they have the napkin around it, but they're eating the quesadilla and the napkin too. So I'm going like, oh snap. I see the big bottle of whiskey that they're drinking, and I just kept on walking. My dad says to me, you drinking that marijuana and smoking the beer, Frank? And I said, oh shit, I'm home free, baby boy. So I just went to bed. One last thing I want to tell you, because some of the events were just life-changing when we were young kids, And that was, I think the two of them, they're not here tonight. I don't see Pineapple. And I don't see Delia here. But we were on our way to LA. I don't know whether it was for a show or what was going on. It was standstill probably or something we did, because I had just joined. I think we were just doing a semicircle type of a deal. And it is true that they say, if you fall asleep and they put warm water in your hand, you know what happens? Well, it happened to me. I woke up and I was soaked, and I go, oh my God, it was just unbelievable. And they laughed their heads off. And I felt so embarrassed, but it was pretty interesting, The years with Commodores, another event that I'll never forget, and I believe it was right here. Youth need people like us to share our lives with them and help them out. Because it was so powerful for me when I was a kid. We used to have a banquet every year, and I was sitting down with all my friends, and Jim began to speak, and he was handing out awards. And he handed out this one award. He's talking about this kid. And I'm thinking, wow, man, that's awesome. And I'm thinking as to who it was. Well, he says, that young man is Frank Bailey, and it was most improved. And I never got anything, never really got any kind of trophy. I got a lot of, not many uplifting words from people that were above me that had power to. Your words are powerful, and those words, man, it just made me feel like somebody. And I earned it, but I worked for it, and I got it. And so these kids today, I just say that, these young adults, these young kids, I taught for a lot of years too with young kids, but they need our help. I wish we had something like the Commodores again here, because it is so powerful. And your influences are power with the people around you, with the young youth of today. So that's all I got to say. Peace out.